Hello and welcome to your daily love message from your person. My name's Liz and this is Guided by Angels. And I'm going to bring in 2 decks of cards for this reading. We're going to bring in the Soulmate love messages and the message from the Silent Divine Masculine. So what do they want to say from their heart and soul today? And if you would like a personal reading with me, you can reach out to me at guidedbyangelsreadings@gmail.com. Now in the early reading it came through that they've absorbed your light basically today, and it's taken away the anger. So where they've been angry thinking, oh, you're going to be with someone else, or they've been jealous and feeling all those feelings, they feel a lot calmer today about things in general. And you may be the one feeling conflicted, jealous, angry. Maybe you're feeling frustrated about the situation, or you're wondering why they're being silent or why they haven't chosen you. So if you're resonating with any of that, make sure you check out the early reading as well. So let's see what they want to say to you right now. So thank you, angels. What's the message? What do they want to say to you in this moment right now? Because they know you're the one, and they know that you're the person they belong with. So what do they want to say to you? What do they want you to know? What's on their mind? What's going on with them today? Straight out. Okay. So what they're saying to you is, you bring out the cheekiness in me, and I really miss that. So it's very likely in their life they're very serious. They've got a lot going on. It may all feel serious, it may all feel miserable, it may all feel stressful, and you bring out their cheeky side, the flirtiness in them, the part of them that feels light-hearted and fun and playful. And they love that about you, that you bring that out of them naturally. And they are missing that today. You bring out that cheekiness in me. I really do miss that. I miss that side of us. So they're thinking about the times you've flirted with each other, you've had banter with each other, you've made each other laugh, you've made each other smile, you've turned each other on. It's been very back and forth between you. You know, as when I say back and forth, I don't mean as in them going away and coming back again, even though that may have been going on. I feel it's been like the way when you've been connecting, it's flowed. It's been back and forth in the flow of things, and they're missing that today. They're missing spending time with you, talking to you, messaging you, being around you, flirting with you, the way it feels to connect with you. And they're missing that. They feel like life is boring, it's mundane, I want you back in my life, because they're saying you're the only one that's ever really listened to me and knows who I truly am. And that's why they can be this cheeky side of them. That's why they can bring that out of them, because you bring that out of them naturally, but because they don't have to hide anything from you. They don't have to hide their feelings, even though they do. They don't have to hide. They don't have to hide the person they are, the desire they have for you. They're able to express that when you're having that flirty banter. So I feel what's really coming through is they're missing the desirable part of the connection, the lusty part of the connection, because they feel like in their life they haven't got that with anyone else. And they're missing the way you make them feel. The fun you share, the way it lights them up inside, the way it turns them on and excites them. Yet they also know that you listen to them as well. So if they need to be a bit serious, or they need some advice, or they need a friend, or you're also there to listen, because you know who they truly are. So what they're really saying is, if some of them are wearing a mask in their life right now, pretending to be a certain way or behave in a certain manner, you know the truth about who they are truly inside, because you see their full version. And you see their full potential too. You see them for the person they are, and the person that they can be, the person they are still aiming to be. And they love that too. They love that you bring that side out, that you make them feel desired, that you make them feel capable and strong, that you make them feel like a Superman or a Superwoman of their own life. And they're missing you. They're also saying, I wish I was authentic. I want to be authentic. You're the one who knows who I am. So they're also getting more and more tired of pretending, wearing a mask, and feeling fed up with that. And they're saying, I'm your biggest fan. So the first thing I'm connected with here is they're watching you. They're watching you somehow, and they are your biggest fan. So they like what you're doing. They love the way you look, the way you dress, the things you do. And they've got an eye on you. So they could be watching your social media. They could be liking your pictures or your posts. And if they aren't doing that, they're still liking them, even if they're not actually physically pressing a button. So they have got their eye on you. They are watching, whether it's from afar, whether it's on social media, whether it's spying on you at work or in the community you're in. They've got an eye on you, and they're saying, I am your biggest fan. I do appreciate you, and I really do love what you do. I love the person you are, the things you're doing. They're feeling very inspired. Remember when I did a reading not long ago And I said, you both get turned on by the things you both do. So again, they see you as like smoking hot, like, hot property. That's how they see you. And when they see you doing your thing, whether it's at work or in your spiritual practices, or if you're just being yourself, they get really turned on. They love to see you doing what you do. But they are watching you, and they are your biggest fan. They're saying, I want you to know, and they give me a block, even in blocks in communication, they want you to know, even when they're quiet, or when they're not saying this to you or expressing themselves, they want you to know they haven't given up. I haven't given up on us. I'm persevering and pushing through the doubts and confusion. So they're not in confusion about you, as in they know how they feel about you. They're in confusion about their life and what they need to change. They're in doubt about their own self, if they've got the strength to follow through on their plans and make things happen. They're doubtful if you'll love them in the future. There's fear, insecurity. Why do you want me? Why do you, this amazing person, I'm your biggest fan, why do you want me? So they are worried about the future, but they are persevering and pushing through that fear to be able to make a change in their life. They're saying to you, I am working hard. So they are working hard on themselves, and they're working hard on change, and they're also working on their finances. So many of them are busy with work right now, so they may be distracted by their job, or their financial situation, or their investments, or their projects, or their goals, things they are doing that they are getting stuck into to build for the future. Because they're saying, I'm working hard on my finances for you, for us, and for our future. So when they think about money, they think about how they want to use it to better their life, but also how they can better the life you're going to share together. So they do think about that. Many of them are stressing out as well if they've got joint finances with someone else, and perhaps their karmic partner saying, let's buy this or let's buy that. And they're thinking, no, we don't need that. I'd rather save that money for something else. They may be a bit frugal right now with their spending habits, and they may be cutting back on certain things. They could also be getting stressed out with it being Christmas time and, all the things coming up ahead with Christmases, especially if they've got kids or if they've got a lot of people they need to buy for. So they're working harder. So a lot of them that are working may be doing extra hours at work, or if they're self-employed, they may be putting more hours into their business, and they may just be more stressed because of that. And that's another reason why they're missing the flirty side of you, because you take that pressure off them in that way. When they can have a flirt with you, it makes them feel good. It takes them out of their head, their stress, their pressure. And that doesn't mean that's all they want you for. It means that's what they're also thinking about. They want to be cheeky. And a lot of them are thinking about what they can spend their money on. A lot of them, they show me in my mind like a lingerie shop, buying you gifts, and they dream about doing things like that, buying you nice gifts and things you can wear in the bedroom, and things that bring out your cheeky side too. I can't help mentioning you to my close friends or family members. Now, this won't resonate with everyone. I definitely feel a lot of them keep it all close to their chest. But I feel what I've got here is they want to show you off to their family and friends. They've had visions about it, dreams about it. They've had fantasies about it where they've introduced you as their one, and you've spent time together. So I feel I'm getting this as more about a dream or a fantasy they have about what the future will be like with you, that it's going to be so nice to be out in the open with you and not have to hide. Because they're also saying, remember, that they are saying you're the only one that ever really understands them. You listen to them, you know who they truly are. So even their family may not see who they truly are right now, or their friends, because they're hiding this part of themselves away. Or they're pretending to be someone they're not at work or in a karmic relationship or in their own life. And they can't wait to actually be their authentic version and introduce you to their family as their authentic version. Some of them may be mentioning you to close friends, if they've got close friends that they can confide in and they're talking about the situation. Or maybe they can confide in a specific family member, like a sister or a brother or someone else. But I do feel many of them are actually thinking about this in the future, what it would be like to spend time with you. Because a lot of them deal with it inside, and that causes them problems. This is why they get acid reflux, heartburn, indigestion, because they're not speaking things out. They're processing deep within, and it can affect their stomach, their digestive system. And it can keep them up at night, going over and over things in their mind. It can stress them out. But for those of them that do communicate, and for those masculines who are women, may even have be able to do this more, because obviously as a woman, we do tend to confide more in our friends, our girlfriends, our guy friends, whereas men do keep things more inside. And obviously I'm not bringing gender into it, or I'm not trying to. I know I am. But what I'm saying is, it's just kind of the way we are in a way. So it's like, this is what they're saying, you know, I don't know if I'm talking about you or me or what, because sometimes they get confused with their own thoughts. So they want to mention you, perhaps they don't, they try to, but then they don't. So take this how it resonates with you. But ultimately what I'm feeling is, they are waiting for the day when they can be their authentic self, be their truest version with you in front of their friends and family, and not hide you away. And this is why you were feeling perhaps conflict the other day, or, you know, when you were operating in your power and sending light, and you were sending that love to them that they've absorbed, and they were feeling very angry. It's because you were kind of like, I'm not taking this anymore. I don't want to be a secret. I don't want to be hidden away. And then the energy shifted around, and now you're kind of feeling like, well, yeah, you have hurt me, and you have done this, and you have done that. So there's a bit more blame coming up. So if you are connecting with that, if you're feeling conflicted today, fed up with them, or fed up with the situation, make sure you watch the earlier reading, because you're being guided to trust and to remember that this is eternal love, that it's unconditional love, which means you get taught lessons on this journey to release fear and replace it with faith. I hope this helps. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon.